Travel on Today, sponsored by Go Visit Donegal, your go-to guide for holiday ideas.
Now, you are very welcome back to the show. Today is May the 4th, or as some call it, Star Wars Day, and we are going to Donegal, where our travel expert, Michelle Jackson, is. Michelle, great to have you on the show. You couldn't leave Donegal even to come down to our studio because Donegal is so beautiful.
I'm having a great time, Maura Daithi. It's great to see it. It's so gorgeous up here and the sun is shining. And I'm on Inishowen, which is the largest peninsula, believe it or not, in Ireland. And The Last Jedi was made just up the road on Malin Head. And there's a special place called Hell's Hole where they filmed, the famous scenes with the Millennium Falcon. So where better place to kick off May the 4th?
May the 4th.
I didn't realise that, actually, because, of course, we all know about, Portmagee and the Skellig and all that, but it's really interesting to have that. Now, we all know Donegal is so scenic and so spectacular, so we're looking forward to seeing some of these shots. So we're going to start straight off into it. You're in the Red Castle Hotel, I believe, or first of all, will we show a bit of Star Wars first? Let's take a look at some of the Star Wars pieces here.
That's exactly the map. And the R242 is actually the roadway. So they've renamed it the R2D2, which I think is really clever.
That's really good, actually. So it's fabulous. So then we have the Red Castle Hotel.
This looks superb,
great. We were looking
Michelle.
at some of the shots before we came on air. Tell us about it.
Well, this is where I'm talking to you from. It's just gorgeous. We're looking over Lough Foyle. It's only about 20 minutes from Derry. So this beautiful four-star hotel has just had a fantastic renovation, actually. 94 rooms have all been pristinely renovated. It was proud winner of Ulster Wedding Venue of the Year, believe it or not, in 2023. And I had my dinner here last night in their fabulous Ed restaurant. I was looking out over the water. What I love about eating up here, is the way they have a great connection with local producers. So all the produce is really good and fresh. It has a lovely leisure spa as well, and a great view over Lough Foyle as well. So I had a little facial there this morning, which was a real treat. And they have their very own 9-hole golf course too. Loads to do. You're only like 5 minutes up the road from Moville and Inish Adventures, where they have a fantastic inflatable water park. Great with the kids.
That there, Michelle, and because we're always looking for things to do for young kids as well. So this is perfect for the whole family.
It looks fabulous. It's really beautiful.
It's a marvellous base to see so much and do so much. And one of my favourite activities over the last couple of days is the Wild Alpaca Way. It's a unique experience. John McGonigal and his wife Patricia have set up this unique experience where you walk with alpacas. They're set on the Knocknabanny Bends, which is has got
look
the
at
best. They are so adorable and furry, and you get an alpaca when you join the walk, and the views are just spectacular, as you can see. And these are native to Peru, so they actually love our Irish climate. They think it's great. And there are 23 of them in all, and some say that it's very therapeutic to be walking around with these animals. I have to say, definitely, I found it therapeutic. It was just, I couldn't stop petting my lovely alpaca. His name was Rio. And John does these tours 3 times a day. And they're just, what an experience, something totally unique and different up here.
The views, oh my God, the views. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Look at the colour of the water. I mean, it's that pristine turquoise. I know you're used to it in Cork and Galway with the beautiful Atlantic water. But, we've got the start of the Wild Atlantic Way up here at Ballinhead, and the water and the sunsets. It's just gorgeous.
It's
and,
such a different thing, Michelle, as you said, the walking with alpacas. As you said, they're lovely. They're very gentle. I mean, compared to, say, llamas, which are a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
Alpacas are, smaller and calmer. Oh, they're lovely.
Fluffier.
They're snuggly, baby little, fluffy little angel faces on them. I think they're lovely. What about Dunree Fort? Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, it is situated on the Lough Swilly side, and it's just about 7 miles north of Buncrana. And this is near the spot where Wolfetone actually was brought ashore in 1798. It's a small fort, and it was erected to protect against a possible French invasion, actually. And it was actually modernised as well in the 19th century, so there's a kind of a second fort up higher. And you enter via a drawbridge, and it's great for kids because there's 6 chronological chapters inside the museum where you learn different things from history in the time. And they've got 2 new virtual reality experiences too. One where you actually, put on the goggles and you feel like you're in a hot air balloon above that fabulous little island at Dunree Fort. It's great for families and a fun way for kids to learn about history.
Oh my God, it looks fantastic. There's a famine village in and around there as well, Michelle.
Oh, well, this is just a remarkable place. I met Pat Doherty yesterday, and he has turned his old ancestral home, which was made up of 3 cottages, into a remarkable famine village. It's a living museum, and he tells how they farmed and fished and caught rabbits for a living, and he tells about the famine and the land wars and how, from different perspectives. But the myths and the traditions around death and why people were waked for 3 days is absolutely fascinating. The things that they eat, and it's just absolutely stunning little museum. They have their own coffee shop, and this is actually a self-subsidised museum, so it's really important for people to support projects like this, because his whole family, they've put their life and soul into it, and you'll just love hearing him telling the stories about what it was like growing up in the 70s and 80s in this quite remote place, how different it was back then. And if there's any teachers listening, great place to bring a whole class of kids. It brings
experience.
history to life.
Yeah, I think when you go to Donegal, because it's far away from a lot of places, you get the benefits of that total escape, like you're going to a different country. There's a great feeling, isn't there?
Yeah, there's loads to see there.
There is an awful lot to see. It's quite diverse, and of course the mountains and the whole lot. Michelle, tell us a little bit about Ballyliffin Plus.
Well, Ballyliffin, of course, is a world-famous golf course. It's where the 2018 Irish Dubai Open was held, and it's really in a beautiful setting. It's very close to a spectacular waterfall called the Glen Evan Waterfall, which is in the town of Ballyliffin. But there's a saying up here that you haven't seen Ballyliffin until you've been to Nancy's Barn. And I popped into Nancy's Barn yesterday on our way around, and the owner, Kieran Doherty, or Dewey as he's known locally, he is very famous for winning the World Chowder Championships in Newport, Rhode Island. He won first prize.
Nice.
And he trained in Killybegs. He's a local boy, and he's been the food hero there for 2 years. And he turned this house, when he was little, he used to say as he drove by, I'm going to live there, that's going to be my house. And he did. He bought it, lived in it for 2 years, turned it into a cafe, only had capacity for 5 tables. Now it's capacity for 50. And he has his own IPA beer as well. But it is genuinely, I think, the best chowder you will ever taste in the world.
I am like that now about
We'll have
chowder.
to put him on the list now, Maura.
Definitely. And especially, I just love chowder, but only good one. The last one here.
Stuff. Yeah, there are a few wild animals up around Donegal as well.
Well, do you know what, lads? The 4th of May is also the birthday of the wolves in Wild Ireland. And Wild Ireland is a passion project by Kieran McLaughlin and his wife. And he has turned this amazing zoo with animals that were native to Ireland, and many of them, of course, have become extinct. So the wolves are 4 years old today on May the 4th. So they're Star Wars wolves, and it's a fantastic project to go and visit. And the animals are so well looked after. They're rescued from. It's a sanctuary for them. They're rescued from all around the world, and it's a wonderful place to visit.
It is, Michelle, and we spoke to him before.
We did.
Yeah, twice, I think, actually.
Yeah,
we did a link with him.
2 or 3 years ago.
It was, and we thought it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Michelle, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Michelle.
Enjoy yourself. We're very jealous of you. You look very relaxed up
We're
there.
all heading off to Donegal after that, Michelle.
We certainly are. It does. You've sold it to us. Off we go. Michelle, thank you so much.
Michelle.
All the details of all we chatted with Michelle there, pop onto our social media, our Facebook page at RTE Today, and our Instagram.
Travel on Today. Sponsored by Go Visit Donegal, your go-to guide for holiday ideas.